This is KTFM, this is episode 20, and I am Tom Savery, and you are?
Karl-James Langford.
Yes, we've had a bit of a gender change, and we are now today going to be looking at positive feminism. And what is positive feminism, right? We can't beat the feminists, we can't sort of say to feminists, look, let's just let bygones be bygones. So I'm introducing positive feminism, and positive feminism is you've actually got women who are
fiction.
Why is it fiction?
You don't see positive feminism, do you?
Well, you see positive feminism in the past. Look at Joan of Arc.
The past is the past. Yeah, I agree with you in the past, but you don't see it today.
Well,
you see it as a weapon today. It's just something that they can whip you with.
Isn't that really stereotypical?
They've got their equality, you know. They've got their equality.
I agree.
They don't want that anymore. They want supremacy. They want female supremacy. They want gay supremacy. They want this supremacy. They want that. They've had enough.
There's one thing.
Have you seen the new Avengers film?
Oh my God! What is it? Having all male sort of roles, which are now female.
Right. This is basically what happens, right?
Do you know? I haven't even done my introduction. You just gone straight in.
Listen.
Exactly.
Right. I don't care if you haven't seen it or not, right? You shouldn't be listening to this. It's a spoiler warning, so turn it off or skip ahead, right? Iron Man dies at the end of Avengers, a new one, right? He has a daughter.
Nice, yeah. What's wrong with that?
No, this is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
He's got a daughter. You know what's coming, right? Thor turns into a fat, lazy pisshead, right?
What, the daughter?
No. Iron Man has a daughter.
Yeah.
Thor turns into a fat, lazy pisshead.
Oh, Thor, right? Yeah, Thor. Yeah.
And then he hands over Asgard to a woman.
Right.
Captain Marvel turns up with all her hair cut like a lesbian, and then there's this massive walk, right, that they do to fight Thanos, and it's like all the girls giving it all that, you know. Do you know what I mean? Girl power.
Do you know that was a good movements there?
That's exactly what it was. That's
really?
how it looked. Shoulders going. Do you know what I mean? She's not alone or whatever.
So are we saying this is a complete feminism?
The next Avengers film is going to be all girls. My point is, right, you've got the Avengers taken from little boys now. So they've got no one to look up to. Spider-Man, maybe, but he was bitch slapped in that film by women. He was just like, put out to the side, let the woman come first. Do you know what I mean? Doctor Who, taken from boys. Yeah, they could have had a female.
Can I just jump in here to today's
Star Trek, all girls.
When am I going to be able to speak?
You told me you were going to wind me up.
I was. You know, Mark Carney, the governor of the bank.
James Bond going to turn into a girl.
I'm just going to agree with you on something. Mark Carney, the governor of the Bank of England, now they are talking about his replacement, because he's being replaced, right? Has to be a woman.
Why?
No, that's the question. Why? Anyway, carry on.
That would be illegal. That's what's called positive discrimination.
Yeah, but that's what they're talking about. The Bank of England note, right? Has to be a woman. A £50 Bank of England note has to be a famous woman.
What? Ain't the Queen good enough?
Well,
the Queen's on a fucking fiver and a tenner and a 20. She's a woman.
Yeah, I know.
The most powerful person in the world.
Yeah, but that is positive discrimination. If we say that, then... No, on the reverse of the banknote, the Queen's on all of them anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The most famous head in the world. The most powerful person in the world.
On the stamps,
female.
Banknotes, coins. So
I don't know what they're moaning about, to be honest.
You know, carry on with your take. So obviously, what other takeovers have we got? We got. So obviously, you know,
James Bond is coming. I know that's coming.
Yeah, I know it is.
It's already. It's the media shit stirring a lot anyway, but it's coming. Doctor Who's gone. The Avengers are gone. Star Trek is going all female.
Can we get any of this back? Can we actually get any of this back? Can we actually get a male Doctor Who back?
Not now.
Why not?
Not. I wouldn't. I reckon the next one will be a girl again. Until this wave of gay feminist shit goes away.
But the gay
boys
thing
are growing up, right? Young boys are growing up, and they're not having any hero. They're being told that it's bad to be a boy, basically. That's the the general message in Avengers, in Doctor Who. Men are terrible. Everything that little boys watch is being taken, right? And I know it's just telly and that, but it's like a Bible. The telly these days, it's like your Quran. Yeah, people listen to the telly. It has a big influence on people.
Here's a bit of a curveball, right? This is nothing to do with feminism, right?
It is.
No, I'm going to chuck a curveball, right? This next curveball has nothing to do with feminism. Did you know that it's now classed as being racist? White men and women having dreadlocks.
How's that racist? It's just a hairstyle.
No, apparently it's racist because you should not be having dreadlocks because it's a Jamaican tradition. You
That's
look it up.
bullshit. I don't believe
I know
that.
it's no. It's that is.
Who told you that?
That's been on the news recently. Somebody's been prosecuted, a woman for having dreadlocks, and she's white.
Daz has dreadlocks.
Oh yeah, well he should be prosecuted then.
No, he does. He's got a big beard, dreadlocks, and a fucking beanie on his head, hasn't he?
He has. I like Daz. Anyway, that's a
Don't lick his
curveball.
ass.
Look, cause
No, he is nice.
he is nice. Right, anyway, curveball. Right, curveball. So I'm talking about positive female
Daz is a
feminism.
bloke.
No, I just put the story.
You changed the story.
Yeah, I just put it back again,
All right.
just to really confuse you.
It is
yeah.
getting confusing, though.
Yeah, I'm glad it's confused.
My brain
See,
hurts.
you're easily confused. Right, positive feminism, right? So we have female shield maidens in the Viking world.
Yeah, but
okay?
they don't care about them.
Yeah, but they existed.
Yeah, they existed.
They were female warriors
as
that
far
actually
as-
fought alongside men who were equal and on parity with men. That happened in the past. So this is historically and archaeologically proven. For example, Etruscan and large chunks of Egyptian society saw women having very powerful and similar roles to men. It's happened in the past. So if we're talking about having this wonderful past that's just male dominated, that's completely not true.
Well, of course it's not true. And they don't give a shit about it anyway.
But why don't they give a shit
ignore
about it?
They ignore it. It's
Well,
just
why?
to fit their agenda. isn't
Shouldn't
it?
they be proud of it?
They want to play the victim
Why can't they be proud of it?
because they want to be the victim. Being a victim these days gives you power. And that's what they want. They're power hungry. They're liars. They talk shit.
So how can we turn this around? We're talking about these things.
Stop listening to them. Stop giving them
You
a
can't
platform.
tell people to stop listening.
You can.
Well, yeah, really.
Don't take no notice of them.
Oh, that means you're going to be.
Get them off the fucking telly.
You'll be accused of being a Nazi next.
No, I won't.
Oh,
I
but-
haven't killed 6 million Jews. I don't go around worshipping Hitler and fucking Odin.
Well, put it this way: anyone who voted Brexit is a Nazi. So there you go. You can be accused
What's
of Brexit to leave Europe.
Why does that make you a Nazi?
Apparently, it's right wing, and we should. It's not
I'm voting UKIP.
cool.
I'm not joking either. Do you know why?
I didn't think you had a vote. I don't
No,
think.
I've got a vote card. It comes
Oh,
through.
wicked,
I'm
go on.
voting UKIP because I've seen a thing on the BBC. This black guy reporter was having a go at the new leader of UKIP, and he was trying to twist his words to make this UKIP guy sound racist. And he turns around and he goes, "You know damn well I'm not racist. You don't know damn well I'm not sexist. We're doing this for the good of our country." And I thought, go on, son.
Go on, son. Exactly.
Because that reporter...
So, what is the good of our country? Is it getting rid of feminism?
No. Well, yes and no.
Okay.
It's just sort of being normal, isn't it? It's not pandering to power-hungry morons. The BBC's controlled by him. And this BBC reporter was trying to make this guy look evil. He's trying to demonise him with words on the telly, and it didn't work.
Again, this is about making.
It's fake
Yeah.
news. There's too much fake news. I seen an advert the other day on the internet
Okay.
from .gov, and it said, "Be careful what news you read. A lot of it's fake, coming from them." I don't even know what my point is now.
Yeah. I think my point is, how can we turn it around when we're not answering the fundamental problem here?
Well, me and you can't turn it around. Not on our own. The country needs to stand up and go, "We've had enough of this crap," because people are so scared of being called racist or sexist. Do you know what I mean?
How important is this feminism? How much damage is it doing?
It's doing a lot of damage, isn't it? You know how much damage it's doing.
I'm just asking you though. I know how much
It's causing
damage.
confusion of the kids as well. Do you know what I mean?
So what you're saying is children are being brought up to feel ashamed to be male. Is that what you're saying?
Kind of. And they want to break away from the traditional family, don't they? They want to do away with the traditional family of a man, a woman, and kids. Because blokes these days, particularly ones a bit younger than me, about my age maybe, growing up, going to have a family one day, they're too afraid to approach women now.
Why?
Because they get accused of rape. or sexual harassment.
Yeah, sexual harassment. Yeah, that's right. In the workplace and all the rest of it.
Yeah, you can't just like a normal person go up to a woman and go, "Oh, I like you." Not like that, because that sounds weird. But do you know what I mean? They can't go and introduce themselves to a woman and ask them out on a date without the fear in the back of their head of being accused of sexual assault.
Somebody I know, she's a female. She works for a government agency, right? She says the bosses in there, the female bosses, are actually the worst bosses you can ever get. She prefers to have male bosses because women seem to let power go to their heads. And she says women can be more, in essence, bullies of everyone than men can ever be. Because men almost have stopgaps. Men, you can say, right, we know you're being a bully. We know you're doing this and that as a man, but when a woman starts bullying, it's really difficult to see it. Because, a woman can't exactly be sexist, right?
They can.
They can. Hang
They
on.
are. A lot of them are.
I said can't exactly. I wasn't agreeing with it.
What do you mean exactly? You mean it wouldn't be considered sexism in the eyes of the law?
Bingo. That's exactly my point.
They wouldn't take no notice of it
Bingo.
because you're a man.
Bingo.
And you've got to be all big and macho and stand up for yourself.
Exactly. That is the point.
I'll tell you what, right?
It's defining. It's defining what this is.
I don't think, they're more likely to be bullies, women bosses, but I've worked for 2 women and they've both been bullies. And
You told me about... Go on, tell me about your
the
last
last
job,
one
your
from the Mountain
experience.
Rooms Hotel was an absolute cunt. She tried waving her tits around, She tried, being over-friendly, putting her arm around me. I did not like it. If I did that to her, I'd be nicked. Do you know what I mean? I'd be sacked and nicked if I'd done that to her.
No,
I was uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
And she was doing this, thinking that she could sort of twist me around the little finger and get me to do more than what I'm supposed to do and get paid the same. So no extra pay. And I ended up, doing a bit more for no extra pay. But not because of that. I wasn't happy with that.
No.
And I started not doing things because it was annoying me. She was a shit boss. Right? And she picked on me. She picked on another guy called Nicky. And she picked on the gay guy. Because, obviously, with the gay guy, Anthony, his name was, she was doing it to him. But it don't work on him because he's never going to be interested in a million years, is he? Because he's gay.
No.
So she makes you think that she fancies you or wants a bit of you to make you do extra work for free. And, it didn't work on me. It didn't work on Nicky because he could see straight through it. I could see straight through it. And that's how that one in particular bullied. So,
What about your other boss? You mentioned that you had another boss, female boss.
Oh, she's a bit bitchy, bossy.
Wait,
This was years ago. This was at a charity shop. I didn't stay there that long, so...
Was charity shop in Barry?
Yeah, it was in Barry. I'm not going to say which one, though.
No, don't.
But, yeah, she was just a bit bossy, a bit over the top with that. Taking her role a bit too seriously. And she didn't just do it to the men, though.
Right.
She did it to the women who were working there as well. She's just one of those people who handles power badly. But this one was a feminist. I found proof that she was a feminist as well because I've seen a Facebook page. I've seen her. Oh, look at all the strong females dominating men. Do you know what I mean?
So let's just move away from what I said at the beginning. What if you had a man on his Facebook site saying, "Look at how I dominate women"?
Disgusting.
Well, okay.
That
is disgusting.
It's
but,
both disgusting.
But it's more blatantly obvious, isn't it? It's more wrong if a man does it.
Yeah, in the eyes of the law, it's more wrong.
No, it's more obviously wrong, though. End of.
Well, yeah, we're stronger.
There's no baseline. No, that is where maybe there is a problem.
No.
You immediately assume that men are more stronger than women.
Most of them are.
Are they really?
Bigger body mass.
Prove it.
All right, then. Get me a bloke, get me a woman.
And you losing your argument straight away if
No,
you
I'm
do
not.
it that way.
I'm not. Get me a bloke, get me a woman.
Okay.
I'll punch both of them in the face, and we'll see which one has the bigger injury. Who's the most fragile? It'll be the woman.
So
It's like Mike Tyson's missus. She accused him of battering her.
Oh, and yeah.
And everyone laughed at her.
Yeah.
Because if he hits you, you stay it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. That's how it would be. That's what I'm saying. A man's stronger. Because if you hit a woman, generally, if you're the average bloke, that woman's going to stay hit.
Haven't you just lost your argument?
I haven't.
Why not?
Because there's no one here to arrest me.
No, but what I'm saying, you're simply saying that women, right, are the weaker sex. So why? So aren't women just standing up for themselves? I'm not saying I agree with any of this.
I'm saying we're physically stronger. Genetically. On a general speaking.
Isn't that wrong?
Men are generally genetically stronger.
Why can't women...
Because men in the human race were designed for hunting, and the women were designed for bearing children and feeding their children. That's genetics. You can't lie. There's science. You can't lie about science.
But a feminist would be appalled with what you just said.
Fuck her. You can't change science to fit your agenda.
Now, this
science is science.
Right, so this is the point then.
Oh, the universe, it was created by God. No, it wasn't. Big Bang. Even though this is just a theory, this is an example.
Yeah.
It's a Big Bang. Feminist comes along. God, no, a female created the universe because female power. I'm changing science.
So what we're in essence doing here, the feminism argument, is to reinvent history and to reinvent the course, and this is what we want.
There's a bit of reinventing history, but that's more to do with multiculturalism. I've noticed, like Black history. They if they make like a Henry VIII program, they'll recast Henry VIII as black and say nothing. Oh yeah, he's black. Do you know what I mean?
So what about Henry VIII as a woman?
But that's possible, isn't it? That's what the BBC would do. Oh, we'll give a role to the best person. He can't be a white male though. If he's gay, we might let him.
No, it can't be a male at all.
If he's a straight white male, not allowed.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Right.
So that's if you're on about erasing our history, that's what I've seen happen. That's their little beginning of erasing our history, and then obviously the new things they find they lie about as well.
So what I'd like to do with all this stuff, right, is actually visit this again. But what I really want to do to sort of bring this recording to a conclusion, because this has been really good. What I want to do is this, Tom, right?
Right.
What's your, other than getting rid of feminism and all the rest of it, I'm not saying that's what you're saying, what would be the perfect, let me be careful with words, yeah, let's just chuck it. What would be the perfect Britain?
A little bit of everything, I suppose.
No, okay,
let's not all feminists is bad.
Let's go, exactly, let's just go through Doctor Who. Let's just talk about Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Let's have a new Doctor Who. Let's just, this is day one, right? Let's have an equal Britain in Doctor Who. Give it to me.
Have it how it is now, but take all the political shit out of it.
So you'd keep...
Because in Doctor Who, Series 11, right? Yeah, it was a girl doctor. It doesn't matter if you have a girl doctor, right? Just ignore that, right? It's pretend it wasn't a girl doctor. Say it was still Peter Capaldi, but they still had all of that political shit in there, which was girl power, men are shit, single fathers, cunts. That's what this was about. Black people, victims. They're not making strong black characters or strong female characters. They're giving it all a victim and making us look terrible. The white blokes. That's what it's about. Get rid of that and have decent monsters in it. Yeah, these monsters were shit. This bloke, Chris Chibnall, he wrote shit monsters. He said, "Oh, we're not having the originals in here. I'll make up some new ones. All crap." And none of the writers were experienced enough to write Doctor Who anyway, because they're all brand new ones. Take the writers from David Tennant's era, bring them back, get them writing the stories, leave the political crap out of it, and you've got a good show. I'm sure people would like the new Doctor Who then. A lot of them do now.
What about the role
afraid.
for women? This is key.
What, the Doctor? Have it a woman if you want it a woman.
Okay, that's fair
Your own
enough.
decisions.
Okay.
You know, you're in charge of that show.
Okay, we flick a coin, it's a woman. Right, okay.
Yeah.
So do we have female assistants, male assistants? What do we do?
Doesn't matter, does it? Have a robot dog. Who gives a shit?
Right, okay.
What I'm saying is, the story, right, should be the story. It shouldn't be propaganda, should it?
So what about female doctor, female assistants? Right? Would you agree with that?
I wouldn't care. It depends.
So how do you make it non-feminist then? How do you
take the political agenda out of it? Just because something's got all female in it, right? The reasons why those films and TV series don't work is because it's a propaganda piece from the feminist agenda. You take that away and put an actual good story. Say you replaced the best David Tennant Doctor Who episode, The Stolen Earth, for example, made it all female, but it had the same storyline, and it was a really good story, you're not going to notice the gender, really. You're not going to notice, you know, if the character's gay or whatever. If it's a decent story to be told, and it's enjoyable to watch, without having these people just preach to you what you should be like, you know, and all this crap that they're churning out, then you're going to enjoy it.
So if say for example you could go back 10 years in Britain, right?
Right.
Was living in, obviously 10 years ago you'd have been about 13, 14, yeah, right? So if you went back 10 years, right, when you, okay, for the sake of argument, let's just say you're 15, right? Can you remember back when you were 15?
I can remember back to before I was 1.
So can I, actually. But you back to when you're 15. What was it like when you were 15?
When I was 15, it was starting to get like this, but not as bad.
I want to go back a bit. Okay, go back to when you were 10. What was it like when you were 10?
For me, everything was fine. In a way.
Right.
It was still been creeping. It's been creeping.
I don't want the creeping. What was the world like when you were 10? And what did you feel? How were people? How did you respect people? Men, women? What was the take?
Treated everyone exactly the same.
Equality?
I'd probably say there was equality, yeah.
So
there might have been a little bit more discrimination. I don't know. I was 10. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I wasn't an adult back then, but when I was 10, there was a lot of female head teachers around.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't think... Yeah, I've only ever had one male head teacher, and that was in the comp. He left, woman replaced him, and then a man replaced her, but I wasn't there when that happened. So that's a big role. A head teacher is an important role.
Come to think of it, you are really, really right there, and this hasn't gone on forever actually, but one I want to just conclude on the positive nature here. When I was in school, there was 2 female heads in my infant school, in my junior school, and having a male teacher, right, was a bit weird. Right,
it was a bit, wasn't it, back then?
It was a bit weird.
To be honest, yeah. I've come to think of it, maybe it was a shit example.
No, I'm not having a go at what you just said at all. I'm just saying that I don't know if I expected that females were going to be teachers, but
well, I always remember back then there was always a female boss being brought in everywhere. My dad's work, my uncle's work. Oh, we got a woman boss.
Would you think that was deliberate?
I think back then it would have been positive discrimination.
Right.
But it was normal. Do you know what I mean?
So there was nothing wrong with it.
Big taboo.
So you could live with it. You were able to live with it.
I think the first couple of gay characters come out when I was like 10 on Coronation Street. That was a bit weird.
That was a bit of a shock, yeah.
Because that's when they started getting on telly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Properly.
Yeah.
Started to introduce them heavier.
But there is one weird thing, right? A quarter of the Carry On cast were gay.
Yeah, of course they were.
But
a lot of actors are gay.
But that was normal back then.
It's still normal now, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, yeah. They all play... It doesn't matter what the actor is, right? It doesn't matter if the actor's gay or they're straight or whatever, right? It just matters if they're playing their part correctly on the telly, isn't it?
But I think you've hit upon something else there, right? When, you know, we watch Carry On films and stuff. I love Carry On films, and I know you do. And I can remember that the gay characters, and there were a number of them in Carry On films, it was just like taken for normal, right?
Well, it is, isn't it?
But out there in society, it wasn't normal to be gay. Right now, it's almost as if it's normal to be gay in the street, but when you got gay actors, they make too much of it.
They overdo the gay thing.
No, we are gay. The point is, we are gay rather than, yeah, we're gay, so what? This is the point. They make a point of being gay. Back to the issue. They make a point of being a feminist.
Well, yeah, the new thing I've seen as well is in like films and that, you can only be gay in real life to play a gay character on the screen, which is ridiculous. Bryan Cranston, he done a film recently where he played a disabled bloke in a wheelchair.
Oh,
And because he weren't disabled, he got slated for doing his job, which is acting.
Yeah.
Acting is pretending to be someone you're not, isn't it?
Every
On
time.
screen or on theatre.
The thing I know about acting is that you've got to play something that that you're playing, not actually be what you are.
And that's what they're trying to... It's ridiculous. It's not acting.
No, it's not acting.
Is it? If you're actually that thing that you're portraying on, the screen, if you're actually an alien, for example, you're not acting, are you? You're just being yourself. It just takes the facade away, doesn't it?
Completely.
There might be a straight actor who's far better than any bloody disabled actor who can take that role on. Just because that character is disabled doesn't mean the actor needs to be disabled.
That's a good point. What about the other issue?
It works the other way around as well. Just because the actor's gay doesn't mean they can't play a straight character. Do you know what I mean?
And I think the other issue, why can't a disabled person play a normal person?
Do you know? Well, that's a bit more difficult actually.
How is it?
Because if they got no arms or legs, right, or if they're wheelchair bound, how are they going to get up and play a person who isn't disabled? Because they got no arms or legs to do it. They can't walk.
What if they had prosthetic limbs?
But if they're in a wheelchair, they can't walk.
No, you can't. I do see a point. I think that's an issue which would take a lot more. What's your last point here, Tom?
I forgot what I was saying.
You were talking about you were talking about disabled people not being able to play able-bodied, but able-bodied playing.
I remember what I was saying.
Yeah.
Do you remember The Professionals?
Yeah.
Lewis Collins.
Yeah.
He was gay.
Playing a straight role.
Did you not know he was gay?
No.
He's one of those actors you go, oh, I didn't know he was gay.
I didn't know George Michael was bloody gay either.
Most
people didn't. Most people didn't know George Michael was gay. Most people, right?
Well, that's George Michael.
George Michael was, everything he did. It was Careless Whisper and all these songs that he did for Wham. You always thought he was straight. Women loved him, and it was like Freddie Mercury. He was actively gay, but people thought he was straight.
I don't understand that. Oh, you mean at the beginning, before he came out?
I tell you what. When I found out he was gay in the 90s, I had no idea.
Lewis Collins, right?
Yeah, go on.
He was that much of a good actor, you wouldn't have known he was gay. Because he wasn't acting gay, was he? He was acting straight.
Straight.
That's what I'm saying. Good actor.
Could you cope with a gay James Bond?
The character or the actor? The character? No, because he's not.
No, he's not.
James Bond is a fucking misogynist, fucking sexist murderer.
Okay,
works for the government?
What about a gay person playing James Bond, but actually playing it straight?
What's wrong with that? It's just an actor.
Exactly, that's fine. I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
So what we're going to
Plays the role properly.
Exactly.
So
a final thing, just a complete curveball. What's wrong with a man playing a female?
Well, they do it the other way around.
They do. Female playing man.
I think it's all ridiculous, to be honest. I don't think it should happen either way.
What do you mean, a man playing a woman, or a woman playing a man? You're saying about disabled people playing...
No.
Right.
It's like when there's a big character that they've sex changed all of a sudden.
Right.
Like,
oh, right, yeah. I didn't mean it in that way.
I think it's stupid. What's the point in sex changing it?
Right.
Don't need to do it. Just get someone... Do it properly. Do it properly. Because you're just going to piss people off. I think the opening episode of the new Doctor Who, right? I know we keep going back to the new Doctor Who, but it's the biggest one that I know of, and Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
The opening statistics for the first episode of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who was 10.7 million views.
Yeah.
They lost half their audience throughout the series. I think it went a bit lower, because a lot of it was talking shit. And they've only just... the other Doctors didn't have the statistics for the online streaming.
No, they didn't.
People watching it back online. But they didn't mention that when they were recording Jodie Whittaker's ratings, because hers were being recorded live, the viewership, I mean, and on BBC iPlayer's statistics as well on top. So there's no real answer as to whether did she do better than the others' viewership, or was it just because of BBC iPlayer as well?
I'll give you a poll. Apparently, Jodie Whittaker is the most unpopular Doctor Who there's ever been.
That's because she can't play the Doctor. Her acting is terrible. She doesn't suit the role. They've just put her in there 'cause she's a feminist, and she wasn't even his first choice. Do you know who his first choice was?
Who?
Olivia Colman.
I tell you what,
she said no because she knew what it was.
That Olivia Colman would have been absolutely perfect. Hang on a minute, have I just fallen into the trap? Because I like Olivia Colman. I've met Olivia Colman. I like the actor. I know her. But is that me being biased?
Maybe. But I guarantee you wouldn't have liked her very much anyway if you'd watched the series and it still had this political messaging in it. This programming.
So you said that... Okay, you said there were other choices. Who was another choice for Doctor Who?
I think they were the only two.
Oh, right, okay.
There was always going to be a woman, because there was rumours of Chris Marshall taking over from Death in Paradise.
Right.
Gingerbug.
Right.
But he was their sort of decoy.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, she would have been crap either way, Jodie Whittaker, because her acting is terrible. She's okay at playing a bitchy wife who's cheated on her husband. She was good in that thing called Black Mirror.
Right.
That's what the character she played, and she was good in Accused.
Right.
Which is a BBC drama. She played a victim. She's good at playing a victim.
Right, okay.
Or a cheat.
Right.
She's good at playing that sort of family breakdown role. Anything. She's good in Broadchurch. Grieving mother, right?
Yeah.
Anything else, right? Her acting is just appalling.
Right.
In Dogs, it was like she's trying to copy Matt Smith and David Tennant at the same time, but badly.
You can't copy a Doctor Who to be a Doctor Who.
That's what she was doing. Take little bits from each one, sure. Do you know what I mean? That's what they've all done. But she was trying too hard. And have you actually watched it?
I've watched bits. I couldn't have to switch it off.
It's just too hard to watch, isn't it?
I can't watch it.
But I got through the first 5 and I switched off.
I can't watch it. Just can't.
I'll never watch Doctor Who again.
Okay, what if I played Doctor Who?
I couldn't watch it.
Thanks.
I could not watch it. They wouldn't pick you anyway. You look so much like Matt Smith.
Oh, no. That was my death now. So, that was actually really positive about feminism. We didn't come to any conclusion. Anyway, this is Karl-James Langford for KTFM, and looking forward to episode 21. Daz, when are you back? And that's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from him.
Tom Savery.
Thank you very much.
We did have a conclusion.
Oh, what was the conclusion? Oh, we've gone back to the show. Give it to us.
The conclusion is, the feminism you see on the telly isn't real feminism. It's someone looking to use victimhood for power to get control and program you to be their slaves.
So, in fact, there is a real feminism, which is okay, but not this feminism. Is that the conclusion?
Yeah.
Bingo.
End the show. Cut.
Thank you.